Hi good people, welcome back to my channel. This is Sophia the Life Coach, your number one online coaching show. Here we do life together as you get empowered through learning. Thank you for always returning to watch my videos. I really appreciate you so much. I don't take your support for granted. For the new subscribers who have joined us recently, I welcome you and feel at home. Please keep it locked here for more learning. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will get notified. To my premier gang, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for always gracing my live chat when the video premieres. It's always a catching up moment and it's always mad fun. I appreciate you and I wish you all the best in everything that you do. Please give this video a like, share out widely to as many people as possible. Give me your thoughts, your opinion on the comment section about the topic we are discussing today. And as you can see guys, I have a guest with us today. She will introduce herself and she will be helping me to discuss this topic because it's all about youth, how they are facing life, the challenges they are experiencing outside here. And today we are focusing on drugs and substance abuse. So I felt like she's in a good place to talk about it with me because she's a youth. She has been outside here mingling with other youths and she can really understand how things are happening on that area. So please keep it locked here until the end of this video. Let's learn together. Let's make adjustments of our life whenever we feel the need. My name is Sophia Murunge. I am a passionate life coach and a counseling psychologist. Please get in touch with me on Instagram at Sophia_Murunge or send me a WhatsApp message on 0718-970-325 in case you have challenges that you're going through and you need someone to talk to, or you have a topic suggestion, or you have a story that you can share to educate people or encourage people just like our guest today. I will get back to you. I will really appreciate so much. Let's get to the video as we get learning. Allow me to welcome my guest as she tells us her name as we start the conversation. Welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm Robin Wambui.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you for creating time to be with me here so that we can do this video to educate people and help people learn and know how things are happening outside here. Maybe some people are experiencing it and they don't know how they found themselves there, or they just feel like doing it. If someone can feel the need to avoid it, how can people go about it? When you hear about drugs or substance abuse, what really comes in your mind?
Drugs abuse is a certain chemicals where when you take it, some take it as a pleasure effects in brain.
So being a youth, now that you're willing to discuss about this thing, it's not a must to tell us if you have been in drug substance or if you have ever used. If you feel like sharing more on your personal experience, it will help someone outside here who feel like they are in that space and they wonder how they should do. Or if you can share how you just see on the environment, how your friends, how people around you have been reacting, it will be of help to us. In general, drugs abuse is being more into drugs and getting addicted, and now you can never do anything without taking drugs. You become addicted and you are used to them.
Literally in so many people's lives, they can't do anything without taking drugs. For instance, those people who smoke, maybe when they wake up, first of all, even before going to work or doing anything, first they have to smoke one cigarette so that they can make them keep on moving their lives. Others, they can't stay even without taking a thought because they say that it freshen up them, to give them ideas.
So is it a good thing, or someone just find themselves there and they are not able to manage without?
They started maybe jokingly. They didn't know that it will come to be addiction, something that have been addicted to them. Like I have a friend of mine. She can't do anything without a weed. Like even breakfast, when you serve her, she will tell you, just give me 5 minutes. And when she come, she will eat a lot of food. Like she went and took something. I asked her one day what's happening, and she told me that she can't stay without taking it. She's addicted.
That means when we're talking about drugs, doesn't mean it's only boys or men who take drugs. Even ladies are into drugs.
Yes.
You know, in past days or uko zamani, people used to know like drugs or even being drunk or even taking like weed or smoking is for the men. So you mean even ladies nowadays are into drugs?
Yes. Nowadays, women, young children, they are into it.
So that means this topic is quite important for anyone to hear it.
Yes, for everyone.
What could be the reason or what could be the cause that is making even young children, even older people, like maybe older people we can say they got used to it, but what about young people who are involving themselves in drug? You find even they are school going children, when they are given pocket money for school, they even prefer taking drugs with that money other than a monthly upkeep or the term upkeep.
There are so many ways, but I will briefly use the main ones. First, I would say peer pressure.
So these are the reasons that are making people to...
The friends that you're working with, maybe they were not taught or they are not being taught for the bad side of using drugs, and they think that that's normal using drug abuse, whereby when they ask you to go with them for a party and you don't use anything, they will just be joking with you. Why don't you take at least one shot? Just take one and feel the way we feel. We feel good. We feel like we want everything. So you as a friend, and you don't want to make them angry, or you don't want them to keep you off, you just have to take it so that you can feel what they feel inside you. And maybe when you take during the first time, you feel good. And you say, hey, next time I want to do it. So that's how you find yourself going on with it without even non-stop.
That means peer pressure is one major cause, because if one is used to taking it and you are their friends and you're not taking them, they will influence you.
Exactly.
Okay. So like the friends who are already using drugs, how did they came into using it? Is it a family background issue, or they also got it like the origin?
Some it is family issues. For instance, maybe they have stress, they don't know, or they have no one to share with. You find yourselves, the only friend you have is a drug, because drug won't judge you, drug won't talk to you, because maybe you will feel good when you take it, you will feel relaxed, you will feel happy, the sadness will get away from you. Others, when they are depressed, they have nobody to talk to, everybody judges them, so they find themselves, let me use drugs, it will help me.
So you mean like they don't have someone to talk to them who is listening to them and understanding them? Now that even young children or even youths are getting stressed and they don't know how to go about it. So you say drugs will not judge you, drugs will not talk to you, but when you share with a friend or a parent or brother or sister, they will start condemning you. Why are you doing this? Or why are you stressed up?
Yeah, because when you go and tell your friend what you're going through, the friend will go and tell the friend. So you find the whole community knows about you. By that, you just, instead of human beings, let me just be taking drugs. Another reason is in terms of ladies or females, they find themselves they're using drugs for weight loss. For example, when you take cocaine, you think that you'll help. It has a high risk of making you to lose weight easily. So you find yourself as already you want to take that cocaine to lose weight, so that maybe to attract the men.
Because now men want slender girls.
Yeah, you want to be slim easily, so you just have to use drugs. Yes, and another one is experience bond. For instance, you find yourself you're not courage enough to face people, or maybe when you are transferred from a certain school, you find new people, everything is new, don't know anybody, and you are shy. So most of the people, they prefer to take drugs. It will give them courage to face other people. Yes.
So drugs give you that confidence.
Yeah.
Or should we say it's confidence, or is just because the drug has blurred their mind? They are not viewing very far, like they are not seeing anything as big deal. So you will just be free to speak out. Just the way you hear someone, if they want to tell you the thing that has been bothering them and they fear to face you, they will take drugs, and now they will come and talk to you and pour out their heart, how they feel about you.
Yeah, some people they always say that if you want to know someone, listen to them when they are high, or whatever they do say, or what are in their words when they are high is the truth. Some can be, they don't want to talk when they are sober. So when they are not sober, they will speak everything that is inside, everything that has been eating them. They just utter everything out. So it gives them courage or that confidence to speak out what is inside them. Yes.
So someone feels like now they want to face this issue and they don't know how they can go about it. So they want to take drugs so that they can be high, so that they can do it.
Exactly. And I'll add another one. When it comes to parents, we as parents, sometimes we can be uttering words to our children whereby you don't know if it's hurting them. You just give your full potential about your kid. You don't tell them the positive things about their lives. You always see the negativity in them, in their lives. So you find the kid is always like, he or she is just distancing himself or herself with others, because you're always comparing him or her with a brother or with a sister or with a neighbor. So the kid, inside her mind, she or he will all be saying, my mom doesn't love me, my dad doesn't love me, or my guardian doesn't love me. So the kid, what she will do or he will do is just introduce herself with drugs.
Because now she will withdraw, he will withdraw, they are alone. So anything they can do is just to do something they can feel engaged. So they will opt for drugs.
They go for bad companies, whereby whatever they do, they say like nothing is big deal. My mom, my family doesn't love me, so I have nothing to lose. Let me just waste my life,
So
waste
nobody
myself.
cares.
Yeah.
Sad. And then what about the background you are coming from? Maybe everyone is a drunkard there, parents, they even drink in your presence. Does it?
Yeah. That also can lead to drugs abuse. Maybe your father or your mother is taking alcohol. So maybe she comes with it at home and she leaves there and she sleeps. So you as a kid, you say, hey, let me just taste it. You start from there at home.
Because what children see parents doing, they feel and they know it's good. Because if mom or dad is doing it, it's fine.
Yes.
That's why even those parents who smoke and they leave the last part of the cigarette.
That filter. So the kid will just take it when you are not there, and he or she will say, let me just take it and feel the way mom or dad feels when she take it or he take it.
And they will try again even when you are
again
not
and
around.
again, yeah.
And now they can get used to
Yeah,
it.
and she can even take a coin, or he can take a coin and she just go and buy it at the shop.
Those are quite some important points to bring across.
Yeah.
Maybe a parent or a guardian who is watching, and they know they are discriminating their children, they are not giving their children attention, or they are doing things that are causing stress to their children. This can lead to them getting involved in drugs.
Yeah. You as a parent, you can be all the time, you are always busy with work, your career, day and night. You don't have time for your kid. You don't know what the kid is doing during the day or night. Maybe you don't know if the kid is spending at his home or her home, because you're always busy. So the kid will end up finding herself with parties, with bad friends, which they influence him or her. Bad things like drugs abuse.
That means parenting is also a very key here.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not in the life of my children, I don't know how they are doing. I don't know the activities that they do. I don't know their friends. Maybe they can get involved with friends who are already using drugs, and then now they will find themselves in drugs already. Oh, this is very important.
As a parent, you should know where about your kid. When he or she is not at school, what is he doing? What is she doing? With who? Just know the friends. Just know the friends' parents or the families, so that you can know your kid. When she or he is not at school, what she's doing or he's doing. Yeah.
Because you might have protected your children here, you guide them well, you give them disadvantages of drug abuse, but then their friends are not even taught in their homes, in their families, or even their friends' families are drug abusers, and then now your kids will get involved with the children and then they can learn.
Yeah, yes. And another thing, boldness. Boldness is like when the kid is too much idle, the kid can introduce him or herself to drugs abuse, because his or her mind is always empty. She doesn't have work, he is not doing anything. So he finds himself at that bad company. So as the parent, you should just give them more responsibilities and add them more extra curriculum. Thereby their mind will not be empty or idleness.
They will not be idle.
Yeah.
Meaning when they are bored, they are free. They don't have anything to do. So they will find themselves with other group of children outside. When they go to play, they are meeting them outside. So when you as a parent give your children responsibility, is not a bad thing.
Yes.
You are keeping them busy, and now they will have something to do. They will have less time to idle around. Those are quite some important things to note for parents or even for the youth around outside here who are finding themselves, or the reason that can cause someone to get there.
Yes.
What are the side effects of drug abuse? Now you have found yourself there. Maybe nobody cares about you, or you found yourself there already. You're using drugs, and you realize, I made a wrong decision. Why did I start using drugs? What are the side effects of someone who is using drugs already, or the disadvantages?
Disadvantages is no one can give you or no one can employ you, because maybe when he or she looks at you, and your appearance will just speak more. So first thing, it is lack of employment. Nobody can employ you.
So people will not trust you.
Yes.
Because they know even if they give you job, yes, they can favor you and give you job, but now through your addiction you might fail to go to work some days because you are high.
Another one, when the victim lacks money to buy the drugs, they will start stealing, and they start from their home. Whatever the parents put at the table, they'll just take it. They even steal a TV set, and go and sell so that they can have money for drugs.
So they start stealing.
Yes.
Like, for example, irresponsibility, like someone becomes irresponsible of their own life.
Responsibilities whereby if the person has a family, for instance, and he or she is engaged in drugs abuse, she won't have responsibility with her family or his family, because like she or he has put first the drugs, like her priority or his priority. So the person won't remember the family, because everything in her mind will always be drugs. After each now and time, drugs.
Meaning, if a man, for example, has a family, they have a wife and children, even those children can fail to go to school, he can even fail to pay the rent for the house, but he is still drinking. So he lacks personal responsibility.
I think another one is violence. Those people who take drugs, a lot of people are violent. Like, you can't tell them anything, you can't advise them, you can't just sit down with them and speak to them good vibes or good positive things in their lives, because they have already lost hope in their lives. So you can't even sit down with them and talk to them about their lives, of well-being, of changing themselves. They always be violent to you, they abuse you, each kind of bad words.
Even if you have not wronged them,
they
are always
because
negative.
They don't see anything that is big deal to them. They feel like they are bored enough, like if you want to fight, come and fight. But remember that their mind is not working properly, because they are being controlled by a substance, a chemical substance.
So it's the stimulation that is affecting them, or that is guiding them to do so.
In a modern life, right now, people or children, right now, there they live with their parents, especially if you are a single mom. You might be raising a kid who is a boy. The kid, when he grows up, he's the owner of the house, because he has taken drugs. Now, even if you send him, he even have the guts to tell you, I won't go. You have legs, like, why can't you go? I'm tired, you are disturbing me. But the kid is not being controlled by himself, he's just being controlled by the drugs.
So a lot of responsibility is going back still to parents. The parenting ways, the guardians who are taking care of the children, the way you just guide them, the way you are with them, the way you educate them is important. Then, if someone feels like they want to change, they want to avoid taking drugs, and they are already addicted, what can they do? Is there a way out?
Yes, they can change. First of all, if your company, each person is using the drugs, you can change the company, because bad company corrupt good morals.
Sure.
So you have to avoid your friends. Secondly, make yourself busy. Do not let your mind be idle. Thirdly, engage with people who have positive minds, people who can help you. Talk to your parents, or if you have a doctor, you can go and let him or her know what you are going through. You can find a psychologist who can talk to you what you are going through. Yes.
Sure. How can parent help for someone who is struggling and they want to change?
A parent can help first by being concerned. Show concern to your kid. Do not yell at them. Do not show yourself that you're angry when they are using the drugs. Just sit them down and listen to them. Maybe there's something that is not going well. Let them speak. Let them tell you, Mom, Dad, this is what we are doing to us and we're not happy. Give them time. Always be there for your children. Listen to them. Just know where they are, whereabouts. Even if you are busy at your career or job, just be calling them through the day. Even if you have a night shift, just be calling them even at night when they are not sleeping. Ask them how they are doing. And that can help also.
Because now you show them you are concerned about them. Even when you are free with your children, actually, they will always be free to talk to you.
Yes.
So anytime they are facing any challenge, they can talk to you freely.
Yes, make them free, make them feel appreciated, make them feel loved, make them feel cared for. At least they have somebody who can run to when they have problems.
Oh, that is important. So parent can help them out. What about school? Maybe someone who is in school and they are using drugs. Can they share with the parent, like, I want to leave the school because of this and that? Will the parent understand?
Yeah, they can share with the parents, or maybe they find a counselor who can talk to them and talk with the parents.
So speaking out for a victim is quite important.
Sure.
What about making that personal decision that they want to change? Because now, even if you talk to someone and you guide them, you teach them, if they are used to it and they have not decided in their heart and their mind, they are not changing. You can't do anything from outside.
If you have tried to talk to them and they have not changed, that is a personal decision. You can speak to them, you can bring a counselor. But if the kid has not decided inside his or her brain that I don't want to do it, he or she cannot change. That's a personal decision from inside you, inside your heart, that I want to change, that I want to start a new life, I want my new beginning, I want another me. Let my past go on, just bury your past. Whatever you have been going through, the stress, the depression, just let them bury them and start afresh.
So it's all possible for anyone to make a change.
Yes.
And start a new life.
Yes.
So this means if you are in that position, you have been struggling, you can do something and make adjustment and make some changes.
Sure. Let them engage themselves, church activities, in youth, those who are positives in their lives, and they help them.
What advice or what guidance can you tell someone, a youth or a young child who is growing up? Because these things are happening to as young as 10 years of age children. What can you tell anyone who has never tasted drugs, anyone who have not started? What advice can you give them?
Always have a positive mind. Focus on your being, like listen to your parents, obey your parents or your guidance, and do not let someone or your friends to be like they are the one who is charging on your life, or they are the one who is controlling your life. If you see that their company is not taking you well, or they have a bad morals, just avoid them. Keep yourself busy. Just do chores at home, go to church, keep busy yourself. Don't involve yourself with bad companies.
They should not be influenced.
Yeah, and you feel you have something that is bothering you in your mind, just go and talk to your mom, go talk to your parents, guidance, or the church leader.
Even the teacher can help.
Even a teacher,
Because even in school there is guidance and counseling department.
Sure.
Even if you fear your guardian or your parents, you can share with the teacher or your Sunday school teacher, or even a responsible person that you see. But the way it helps, maybe you find like you fear your mom or dad, you find yourself you're messed and you don't know what to do, you want to be forgiven, now you fear how you will face your parent. You can share with a church elder or even a teacher in school, and they will talk to your parent.
Keeping silent at your things, it will lead you up whereby you find yourself having depression, and it's not appropriate. So you have to speak out, find someone who you can talk to, at least it will relieve yourself.
That's a good one. I think there's something else that we need to let anyone outside here who is maybe in drugs or who is not using drugs. Is there anything that you feel like we can add into this conversation?
Another thing is when taking drugs, you find yourself like you don't know what is happening in your life or in your mind. Maybe you are a girl at the middle of 5 boys, whereby taking that thing, it will make you high everywhere. As a girl and a man around you, it will lead to intimacy. And maybe you find yourself you have an earlier pregnancy.
You might not even know who is responsible of the
Yeah,
pregnancy.
you might not know who is the father, because maybe all of them, they went through you. Thereby you find even yourself hating yourself,
Sure.
hating the kid, or maybe having diseases, STDs, STIs, and maybe HIV and AIDS.
Drug and substance abuse is quite a very serious things when we talk about it,
Yeah.
because it can just ruin somebody's life. If you get involved in it, for example, you don't find employment, you ate yourself, you get a kid, you ate that kid. That's why you find some people lose value of their life. They even kill themselves. They take away their lives because they don't see the meaning of them living.
Yes, they don't see the value of life. Like they see everything has turned upside down to them. Nobody loves them, nobody cares for them, nobody is always there for them. Like they see everything is against them. So you as a person or a victim, that you are there and you have reached your point whereby you have reached the end of the world, like this is your destination. Don't give up. Don't think of taking your life. There is always another chance. Just find someone you can talk to. Let whatever is sitting you up out. Bury your past and start afresh.
So speaking out and making personal decision to change is also a great key for you to make some adjustment in life. Also, I can add, if someone has decided to change but still they are around the group of the people they are used to hanging out with, taking drugs, or even being together with, if you change and just stay there, it will not be very effective, because you can just find yourself with them again. So if making yourself busy, involving yourself with many responsibilities that you will be doing, avoiding being idle, and then if it's too much, you can go for a rehab.
Yeah, rehabilitation center, whereby it helps people who are addicted, people who think that they can't stop, people who think that they can't live without them. There you can get help. Sure.
Yeah, rehabilitation center is actually one of the best ways for anyone who is extremely addicted, for them to avoid and just turn around. Thank you for sharing these things that are happening. We need to educate our youths. You know, they say today's youths are the leaders of tomorrow.
Sure.
And if they don't live in the right ways, if they mess up their lives in these early days and early age of their lives, even that future will not find them upstanding. So thank you so much. We were just creating awareness about drugs and substance abuse, because these things are really happening in our homes, in our society. You find even youths are going to church, but they still are taking drugs behind the scenes. In the past days, people only used to take alcohol as the only drug, but nowadays people are taking many kind of drugs. Even people are going for this heavy medicine, they are overdosing, and then they just get high.
Others find themselves that it's hard to find a family. Maybe you're a man and taking alcohol or drug abuse, it will be a hard thing to find a woman, because no woman can love to get married to a person who is a drunkard or a person who is addicted to drugs. So you find yourself being lonely always, and you as a lady, you find yourself no man can want to marry a woman who is a drunkard. So you find yourself you are alone also, no one to love you. So
you just get involved with the people that you're hanging around with, and now you just use each other, because you will not go anywhere. You cannot even make a upstanding relationship because you are all high on drugs. You cannot make sound decisions.
And others, they use drugs and they control them to a point whereby that you can even kill someone without knowing. And when you are sober, if you are told, you just say it was not you. I've seen many cases here in our country whereby youths, they have been killing their mothers or their parents, and when they are sober, they always tell the police that it was not them. They are even asking for forgiveness.
And
So they are under influence of something.
That means even suicide cases are rising when someone is under influence.
Yeah, or maybe you go, you have just taken your drug and you are going to visit your partner. Yeah, maybe you find her with a male friend, and maybe your mind tells that that is his lover. So what, you don't even think twice. You just take a knife or a stone and hit the boy without even knowing. Maybe he is the brother or cousin. You just do quickly without even asking. So you find even drugs, they are corrupting our minds.
So you find someone is not themselves. They are just operating under influence. They can do anything. They can commit any crime. But then when they are sober, you ask them and they are like, I'm not the one.
No, I'm not the one.
I did not do it. So it's quite challenging. Because if someone is in that space and they don't know what to do, then it can really mess someone's life even without them knowing.
Sure.
But the best thing is that we can learn how to live with them. We can embrace them and love them and guide them. We can talk to them, and if they are willing to change, they can make some changes and now reform to be the better humans. Because when you are under influence of any substance, you never reason like yourself. You're never yourself. You're always inactive or against anything good that is happening. So as you have heard, if you are in a space where you feel like you are losing it, you don't have anything to do, like you don't see the value of life, it's always good to speak out. Look for someone who you feel comfortable with and talk to them. I know, yes, many people, you talk to them, they speak about you all over, they share your story, and then it can even bring you more stress or more trouble other than the way you are initially. But you can find someone confident to you who you can share to them, and they will help you out.
And do not judge them, do not criticize them, do not utter bad words to them. Speak to them well, politely, in a kindest way. Let them listen to you, let them talk to you, and it will help them.
Wow. Thank you so much, guys. I don't have a lot more to add on this. I hope we got to learn. If you find some youths who are outside there, please guide them. Share this video to as many people as possible so that we can reach wider audience with this message, because these things are really happening to us in our homes. Maybe you are a parent, you have your youth children and they are in drugs. You even hate them. You don't know what to do about it. Please follow some guidelines. Take them to a counselor. Let them talk to them and you will experience change. Or you are a youth and you are involved in drugs and substance abuse. You don't know what to do. You fear talking to your parents. Don't be afraid. Remember, it's your life that you're messing up, and future is fast approaching. You will be regretting all over the days that you messed of your life. So it's always a good thing to be intentional about making some serious changes that you want to experience in your life. Thank you guys for watching till the end. Please remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.